Hey YouTube, it is again Trinity Productions, trinityprosound.com coming at you again, this time with another Evox 8. This time we're doing the full take it apart video. I'm going to be doing it on the sub low end unit and then also on the top end unit here. Cute little guy, very light. And just kind of going to go over real quick with you what the specs are on this particular box. So that we can give you an idea of what we're looking at acoustically. Amplifier power, 700 watts RMS, 200 watts circuited up to the top box, 500 watts to the low end, low frequency driver, all convection cooled, no fans, right on. Crossover point is 220 hertz on this box. Has a soft limiter, volume knob, EQ phase, crossover on it, XLR input, and then it's got a XLR output, and then they've got kind of a speak-on connector here that plugs the bottom box into the top box up the pole. Max SPL 128. I feel that it does every bit of that, if not more. I think they're pretty conservative about that. Frequency response, 40 hertz to 20. 40 hertz, it will probably do it, but probably a few dB down from where we would normally expect it. There are 8 of the 2-inch speakers in this box here for the Evox 8. There's 5 in the box for the Evox 5s. And then there's a 12-inch woofer in this one. The Evox 5, I believe, has a 10-inch woofer in it. This has got a 2.5-inch voice coil in it. All of these drivers in this box have 1-inch voice coils. The pattern on this is 120 degrees this way, so it's really broad, and I think you can see that in another video that we've done. As we walk through that parking lot area, you could tell from the pickup of the camera of how wide the coverage on that particular top box is. And then 30 degrees this way, slightly tilted down, but very, very good coverage and processing using all their same digital amps that they use in all their other series of speakers for RCF. So there you have it. That is the specs. So what is included in it out of the box? You get the top piece, of course. For the Evox 8, you get the low frequency driver. You get a really nice pole that screws together. This guy is, I believe I heard, is OEM'd by K&M, so it's nice and beefy, and it's really a nice pole. Also, you get the speak-on connector cable that links the top box and the bottom box. They give you a IEC power cord. This thing is about 10 feet long, so it gives you a pretty good length and reach right out of it into the amplifier. And then the low box plugs into the top box, and that's what provides the audio. One of the other things that they have provided are these little clips that go on the pole. They have a little slot in there to snap the top cable into, and it provides a nice clean little package that you can route the cable right behind the speaker pole there and hide it from everything. So with that said, we are going to go ahead and open this little Evox 8 up. We're going to go ahead and open the sub up and take a look at the drivers inside there, as well as the construction of the cabinets, as we have always done. So let's get to it. Okay, so we've got all the screws out. One of the nice things is all these screws are threaded, Allen nut, and that way there's no stripping the screws out and going into the wood and stripping that out. So here we've got the grill off. Again, the grill is pretty robust, probably 18 gauge. Could be 16, but it's really stiff. They've done a nice job with it. And then again, with all the RCF, is we've got this acoustical foam in it to hide the drivers. And now you can see the drivers exposed here and the 8 2-inch drivers in the box. They just look like mini little 18-inch subwoofers. Kind of cute, but we're going to go ahead and pop a couple of those out and take a look at them and see exactly what they are, and see how they're wired up inside as well. But that's what the Evox 8 and the 5 have in them, that push all that high frequency energy around from 220 on up. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get some of these drivers out and take a look at them. Okay, so we've got it open and have taken a look at the drivers, and we'll try to get this thing flipped so that you can see it here. But they're just small little stamped frame 2-inch drivers. They've got a little bit of a heat sink assembly on the back magnet structure there. They appear to be 6 ohm drivers, and they are wired up in kind of a series parallel configuration to maintain the impedance of the box. But everything fits in there nice and snug. There is a little bit of dampening material in the back there that you can see that's kind of turquoisey color. And the cabinet is again made very well in the typical RCF style. Very nice. This box is pretty light anyway, even with all the drivers in it. Comes in with the speak-on plate on the back, which we'll go ahead and flip here to show you that driver's fallen out. But there you have it. And they just replicate that 8 times up and down the box. The speakers are in the box with just standard wood screws. And then they just drop down inside the little cavity there. And they've done a little bit of relief on them to be able to get the connectors that are on these things through the top of the box. But everything just goes back in and just seats very nicely in there. So that's it for the top of the Evox 8, Evox 5 boxes. So next we're going to go ahead and get into this particular box, which is the 12-inch subwoofer low frequency speaker for the Evox 8. And we'll get taking this apart and show you what the guts are made of and what this speaker looks like, and the amplifier assembly as well. Now that we've got the top box back together, we've got the sub low frequency unit up here, and one of the things that I want to do is just kind of turn it around and go over the different connection points. We've got the speak-on connection, we've got the amplifier plate here, input output. There is a contour switch on it as well to enhance some low end at lower volumes, and then just the standard amplifier assembly, and then the input cord for the power on the back of it as well. One of the cool things that they've done with the top piece is that this thing slides down in there and kind of locks in, so that when you transport it and pick it up by the handle here, everything goes together. Once it's in the canvas bag that they have as a optional accessory on this, everything goes into it. Speaker cables, the poles, and then they've got the little hand truck carts to go with it as well, so that if you happen to be a musician and want to just take this, maybe an acoustic guitar or keyboards or something, a small little mixer and a vocal mic, you can end up putting everything on that hand cart and pull it into a venue, a Starbucks, a restaurant, whatever the case may be, and it provides a really nice, neat little portable package that one person can wheel around. So that's a pretty slick little idea. So with the unit itself, just not much to it, standard construction. Wood construction. It's got a nice handle on the top of it with a thread, a nice little rubberized grip on it, not too heavy. I lifted it up on top of the table to do the video with no problem, and transport wise, no problem at all. One of the other things it does have on the back of it, it does have a switchable mic line input, so that if you wanted to drive it directly with a microphone, it increases the sensitivity on it as well, so that you can do that. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and open this up and take a peek on the guts on the inside of this thing and the 12-inch driver. Okay, we've got it open, and I'm going to go ahead and just pull the grill here on this thing. Again, the grill construction on this, again, very heavy duty. Again, the foam lining, the Allen nuts, screws that were in it are threaded again, so they've got inserts, and then they've got these little plastic rubbery bushings to help isolate the speaker from the cabinet and tighten it down and provide some dampening so that the grill doesn't rattle. Excellent, excellent feature. So anyway, RCF, again, in their wonderful style of quality. And then we get in, and there's the low frequency driver. So that is the 12-inch driver, and then the base port and tuning of this particular box is you're probably going to find some additional baffling material and things inside the enclosure. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and get this 12-inch driver pulled out and take a look and see exactly what it is. Okay, so we've got the driver loose. This is going to be one of those ones again where it's like no frickin' way is that the speaker that's making all the low end out of this enclosure. But it is, let me get it pulled here. You can see it is a stamp framed speaker and basket. It is a ceramic magnet that the unit has. Inside the cabinet itself, there's a lot of dampening material to reduce some resonance of the cabinet itself, and some bracing inside there, and the amplifier module. As we spin this around, you can see the amp module there in the back with the connections on it, and it's just got a connection for the 12-inch driver, and the other cord goes off to this speak-on connector on the back, and that is it. But you know, you can knock on it. The thing is solid, again, construction and built very well. What I'm going to do is rotate this around. We're going to pull the 12-inch driver out and try to get a little bit better look at the inner workings of the Evox 8 12-inch low-frequency driver. So there we go. Pull the driver out. It is a 4-ohm driver, so that way they're able to get a little bit more power out of the amplifier to that driver, being that it's 4-ohm. But as I tilt this cabinet forward, you can kind of see what they've done with the dampening material in there, and then they've got the inset, which is the amplifier assembly that's sitting in there, and then just very well braced and constructed. Handle assembly, everything is all on thread nuts with Allen wrench screws on everything. Everything's threaded. The same size of Allen wrench that takes the grill off, pulls the speaker out, and then all of the screws for the speakers are threaded and washered as well, so that the driver would ever have to be replaced. You don't have to worry about stripping out screws, wood screws, into the wood cabinet itself. So we're going to go ahead and pull the amplifier and take a look at that. It's probably going to line up with some of the other amplifiers that we've seen in the RCF line, probably like in the Art series and the NX series boxes. So we'll be right back. I hate to say that, but we will. For me, it'll be right back. For you, it'll be instantaneous. Stand by. So we've got the amplifier assembly screws pulled out. They are all wood screws because they probably figure you're not going to need to ever pull the amplifier because it's one of the bulletproof kind of digital DigiPro type amplifiers that they use. Total weight of this thing is under 5 pounds. So they've just got the connections on here on a kind of a Molex connector that goes into the back of it as I'm trying to turn it around here. Eek. So just the highs plug into, along with the low frequency driver, plug into this Molex connector on the circuit board, and that is it. A lot of surface mount technology. It is a switch mode power supply, so very light, universal voltage. So no matter where this kind of goes, you can use it. And again, amplifiers built with that same RCF quality that we have seen in all of their other series. The casing or the housing for the amplifier also acts as the heat sink, so everything is tied to that so that it will help dissipate the heat from the amplifier as well. So now you can kind of see through the box. hello, and kind of see what the construction of it is there, but very well built, very solid, and that is the Evox 8. So in the part 2 of this video, we are going to go to a venue close by that we have sold and put in 2 of the Evox 8s into a church, and of about 200 in size of congregation. We're going to go and take a listen to some music in there and record some levels and things for you as well. So be sure to watch part 2 of the Evox 8 video. And again, thank you for coming by our channel. It's Trinity Productions, trinityprosound.com. Give us a call if you want to buy one of these. We will not be undersold. Give you a couple of numbers, 844-832-8023 or area code 209-832-8023. You can always find us on the web here at YouTube. We're on Facebook as well, and then also trinityprosound.com. Just revamped the website a little bit and streamlined it, but still a lot of the same great things, videos and sound clips and things that we've always had on there, just in some different places now. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Thanks for coming by. Trinity Productions, trinityprosound.com. Thanks.